Oh, hi. Welcome to the first episode of A Fly in the Theater. I'm your host, Andrew Nickel. The main purpose of our program will be to take you around the theater and show you all the ongoing progress we're making on all of the theater productions. But sometimes we'll escape the theater for a little while and show you some more adventures around the campus. So, stick with me, and I'll show you how to survive here at Butler Theater. Well, we're in our final week here, preparing for our latest show, The Odyssey. It opens next Saturday and can be seen at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. for our viewing public. But right now, for a little added bonus, we're going to take you around the theater, show you what goes on, show you what it takes, show us what's behind the scenes of all the things you see on stage here at Butler Theater. So follow me, and I'll show you how to be a fly on the wall here at Butler Theater.
I think I've got it all pulled down now, right?
Or like, because I was just going to go take it and print it on cards.
There, I don't really know.
I think Anna
Can't
set
bend my
them
arms.
somewhere.
Look at my haircut.
Magic.
Magic.
Each semester, Butler puts on 2 theater shows, and all of the theater scholarship students have the job of building and preparing the set, costumes, lights, and all the other things that go into bringing a show to life. It takes many weeks with hours of hard work each day to complete a show. We are on one of the last weeks of working on our set for our latest show, The Odyssey, and, as you can see, everyone is working extremely hard to get everything finished in time. Isn't that great? Well, that's enough of that. Now it's time for me to take on my very important task and return these homecoming sheets. Let's go. Every semester, a theater student is chosen as a homecoming candidate, and so these selected students are required to fill out information sheets telling a little about themselves, and then are forced with the task to turn these sheets in. And today I have been given the very important and very exciting task of turning in one of these sheets for our homecoming candidate. Today, we're stepping out of the norm. Normally, we'll be staying inside the Butler Fine Arts building, showing you how to survive in there. But today, our task is a little bit more weighty. We'll be venturing out of the Fine Arts building. Today, our task is not a simple one. We'll be going to areas unknown. I'm not too sure where we're actually heading. But we're going to be returning one of our Butler students' homecoming slips. It's a very weighty task. And honestly, I don't know if we can make it. But just make sure when you are venturing out of the building, you're fully prepared with everything you need. And make sure you first off have your slip. Don't forget nourishment. Nourishment is very important. Pop-Tarts are wonderful. So now we're going to start. We're going to head out. Follow me. Let's go. Well, our journey's begun. I'm still not too sure where we're going, but I'm not too worried. We have our crew here. We have a mighty fine crew. Make sure you always stay nourished. Pop-Tarts are a great source of protein. I freaking love kids, man. Ah! You know, for trips like these, I always think I come fully prepared, but sometimes the elements make you forget certain things. I came prepared. I brought my food. I brought all the equipment I need, but somehow I forgot to bring fresh drinking water. So before we can complete our task, our next task will be to find any source of fresh drinking water. So that's one of the most important things you need to do, is remember to stay nourished, or before you know it, you'll fall into a dehydrated coma, most likely die. So let's go find some fresh water. This looks pretty promising. It's the only fresh drinking water I've been able to find for miles. Leaves are pretty healthy. They contain a little bit of protein, but for the most part it should be okay to drink. Never be afraid, always commit. Let's do this. That's fantastic. All right. Now, the most important thing after you get your water, you have a little bit more food in you. Just chill out for a few moments. Prepare yourself for what you need to do next. And then, just make your move. Let's get to this building and turn in this sheet. I don't know what it is, but something's telling me we need to go this way. Stairs. I'm not trained for this. But you're really not trained for anything, are you? If you're lost out here, it doesn't matter if you have training or not, you still need to survive. Let's press on. Again, there's no way I'm getting in this way. We're gonna have to find another way in through the building. Alright, let's descend. I think if we keep moving, we can find another way into the building, but I'm not sure. Let's press on. Got another door. I think I found another way in. Let's see if this is what we need.
Hey Andrew, how's it going, man? You enjoying Butler?
I freaking hate that guy!
My nose. Oh, my nose.
Always remember, fresh water whenever you can find it. Yeah, it's warm. It's time to get rid of this sheet.
Yeah, we did have a conversation the other day.
Alright, ready? Start, young.
Well, our task is done. This concludes the first episode of A Fly in the Theater. I'm Andrew Nickel. go find the theater. I'm Andrew Nickel. Well, we finally reached show week, and that means that every single day this week we will be performing The Odyssey. This particular version of The Odyssey is a children's show, so that means that every single day this theater will be packed with children. Seriously, packed with children.
On top of the red, blue, and the yellow one.
The red, blue, and yellow one?
Yeah.
Okay. Now is it the blue one?
Nope, another yellow one. The Z.
Okay, where's that one go?
On top of that red one in the middle.
Sometimes during a show,
And the blue one.
you have to make sure that your mind
And
doesn't snap. So you have to relax yourself by watching things on YouTube.
the red one in the middle.
Even if they don't
and
make
then it
sense.
goes on the
You have
outside.
to look at them just to
And
make
it
sure
lays on
your
top of
mind
that
doesn't
big
have a total collapse.
What big blue whale?
Oh,
You never had me put a big blue whale in?
it was the second blue one that you put in.
Over to the right.
Wave to the camera.
Travis, I love working with you. I want to work with you on every show.
We're gonna be on the news.
Or something like that.
We're gonna be on the news.
So you ready to go on?
I'm never ready to go on. I don't know what I'm doing here. This isn't my costume, this is how I normally dress.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's about it.
Oh, it's huge. They're gonna go home today and want to be on a ship, and they'll be outside eating dirt because that's what sailors do. And I have a feeling a lot of them will select their majors that they're going to be in college. Probably, it's just all very exciting. Can't wait to see where they end up.
It's exciting. Lots of little kids.
Pretty excited. I mean, I can hear all the little kids going off the wall, and they're just so loud and ridiculous. It's going to be a good show.
This is the story of Odysseus, a man who lived in Greece centuries ago.
20 years! 20 long years!
Professionals, hard at work. Better head over to the other side.
You gave me your word you weren't going to touch those cows.
It's not like I stole it.
I'm getting ready to go on. This is spelvin material right here. What I'm getting ready to do.
It's not like I stole it.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be in like actor training videos, you know. Okay, I'm getting ready. All right.
Okay.
This is it.
Technically, I stole the cow.
Okay, okay. I heard you the first 2 times overseas.
That was you, wasn't it?
You'll pay for that cow, all right? You'll pay for it with your life! Foolish mortal! A man without honor is a man with nothing to live for!
Help me up this year! Save me! No! I'll save you!
Oh, hey. It's been fun.
And so I wound up here on this island where Princess Nausicaa found me.
This is pretty intense for children, so I'm pretty tired. Kind of exhausting. I probably stink a little bit, but it was fun.
I will serve. It was insane.
Yeah.
We almost died so many times.
That was awesome.
That was pretty much the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life. So now we're gonna press on.
Breaking rules like stealing and lying all have consequences. Series of adventures. I want to share more with another person.
Go. And go.
Goldilocks. It's gonna be Goldilocks. High five. Ah, one piece. Yeah.
It was awesome. I like the part where he broke the wheel that I made, so now I need to go back and fix it. But you know, hey, it's part of theater.
It's gonna fall. The wheel is not supposed to fall off, but it did. And me as an executive actor made a very good decision to not stop the show. I wanted to stop the show, but the show must go on. So now I have to go view my public. Press on. Press on.
Good job. Hey, good job.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
Thanks for coming.
You good.
You know, show looks really great. It's nice to see everybody's hard work finally pay off, but something I've noticed after being here at Butler a while, the stress of the show can really just tire you out, can start to take a mental toll on you. And so every day I take about 20 minutes and just take a little cat nap, you know, just to recharge myself. And I encourage other people to do so as well. But some people just don't get the message and they just snap.
Oh, hey, how'd the show go? Travis freaking sucked.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk?
No, he threw up, man. He left us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're frustrated?
Yeah, I'm frustrated.
Hey, you're a light board operator. You can take this.
No, I can't. You know, when I hit the blackout button, it's one thing. But when Travis goes and throws out, it's something different.
Some certain individuals start lashing out at others and it's It's really sad when you see people that you've known for a long time just crack.
He's mad.
Turn that camera off. Turn that camera off. Hey, we're professionals here. Turn that camera off. Turn that camera off.
Why did
Best work.
Why did I break the steering wheel? Well, because I haven't liked the steering wheel from the beginning. We haven't had a good actor-prop relationship, and it's been talking back the whole time. And so I said today, wheel.
It looked like it was a little sticky, you know? I don't know, it looked like it was kind of a poor job of construction.
It probably was. Whatever moron did it should probably be shot in the face.
David, don't. It's not worth it.
David, oh wait, David, did you make that steering wheel?
Just go fix the wheel, David. Adam did.
Calm down.
Adam did.
Calm down.
Yeah, he did.
I did. I broke the steering wheel.
Actually, he made the steering wheel, and then he broke it.
Somebody can hit.
Let's go.
Was it sabotage, Andrew? Do you think that's sabotage?
Saboteur!
Good job.
Hey, get that camera out of here. This is a light booth. Get it out! Get it out!
So, let me just introduce you to somebody. I'd like to introduce you to my friend.
Do you know her? Bob Gob, where are you?
Who's Bob? Who's God? I can't remember.
What if Gob is a giant turkey with big teeth and a black mustache?
Turkeys have teeth.
I can't remember.
I can't remember what.
I can't remember what.
I can't remember.
Bob Gob!
I'm getting out of here.
Me too.
I ripped it.
Murder's on my mind. I have a lot of questions.
It was good. It's getting better. We'll be there at the end of the week. My fans.
When I fell down, I was the part where you fell. I was like, no, when you pushed you.
I also got a lot of. When you came out.
Oh yeah, that time.
Yeah. Okay, Travis. Travis, you did good today.
Hey, get that camera off! Get that camera off!
Tomorrow's a new day. But tomorrow's the same show, but it'll be fun. We'll have a good audience tomorrow, and we'll do really good. It's last day. I'm really tired because I've been here since 9 o'clock this morning, and I tried to take a nap, but I couldn't. So, but I'll press on because that's what you do.
I'm glad that it's over, because, like, you know, it's a big, I don't know, it's a big thing to do, kind of.
I feel pretty excited to have done so good so many times and to be at the end, you know. It's definitely, you know, just amazing.
It's mixed emotions. I'm glad it's the last show because I'm very tired, but I'm sad because the show will be over. So, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So,
Turn that camera off. You know. Turn that camera off. Turn it off.
It's the last day. Heading into the dressing room for the last time. So, I don't really know what's gonna happen, but we'll try. Portrayal of a gay man. I'm glad. I like the song. Let's do it.
We have 15 minutes.
Get a little tall. Its emotions are running high because we're sad that the show's ending. So we're just gonna go out there and do the best we can do. So let's do this.
Okay. Are you guys excited about doing this?
Oh yeah, you know, we're hella excited. We're ready to do this.
Yeah.
Alright, I should go.
Let's do this, guys. Let's do this.
It's over. Bye.
Turn that camera off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
So I'll just say this is the last day of the show, and so okay, I gotta go. Here we go.
This is the story of Odysseus, a man who lived in Greece centuries ago.
20 years! 20 long years!
Odysseus was a man of action.
That's what I look like now. I'm kind of stuck like this for a little bit. Really?
I don't see a difference.
Thank you.
What'd you say?
I don't see a difference.
It's hardly noticeable. It's trained eyes.
Little stage makeup, is it?
Yeah, basically. Just lighten my complexion a little bit.
Some
bring my colors
highlights.
out, yeah.
A little pink.
Yeah, I think it really enhances my cheekbones.
Andrew is channeling George Clooney. Watch this when he goes out there. You'll see George Clooney.
God, where are you? Where could they have gone?
That's George Clooney.
True secret to making a good show is by forgetting that it's a show and by being really good.
All of the crazy stories. Cyclops, Scylla,
That was crazy. That's a wrap. That's it. That's my last show for Gina ever. So deal with it. Gotta love it when you're doing a show and babies are freaking crying the whole time. Strangle. Gotta go.
Go.
Go. We're done. Let's kill the set. Kill it.
Why'd you give me? I just farted.
Oh, really? Is that why somebody screamed?
Yeah.
Naked! Ah!
Turn that camera off! Turn off!
Well, this is strike for the Odyssey, and as you can see, many people are striking things. We have Bernie, our fearless leader, telling us what to strike. We have people. A strike is when you get done with a show, when you wrap a show, if you will. You take apart the set and you prepare the stage for the next performance of whatever will be there. So that's what we're doing right now, and that's where I'll be for the next probably hour and a half. So let's.
Turn that camera off!
That's awesome.
Get someone a lot taller on that end.
Oh, look at this, the pass.
Turn that camera off. Turn that camera off. Turn it off!
As you can see, the show is over, strike is over, and now this episode is over. For A Fly in the Theater, I'm Andrew Nickel.
You did a really good job in that play, Andrew.
I hate that guy. That is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She is gorgeous. Should I go talk to her? No. She'll think I'm an idiot. Oh, she wouldn't want to have anything to do with me. Oh, she is perfect. I'll go talk to her. No. She'll think I'm a... I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Oh, hi. Welcome to A Fly in the Theater. I'm Andrew Nickel. Well, it's our first week of production here on our newest show, Strangers on a Train. Over the next coming weeks, we'll be building our set, preparing our costumes, and getting ready to perform Strangers on a Train. So follow me on this wonderful journey here on A Fly in the Theater. Once again, the theater is full of activity. We've started construction on our set and are already making a lot of progress. Everyone is working very hard to get the show up and running, but we still have a lot to do in only a few weeks. It should be quite interesting.
Hey! Turn it off! Get
Gobstoppers! They are delicious. Oh. Yeah, right now I'm getting measured for Strangers on a Train. That is, it's pretty exciting. It's starting up. Lauren is another star of the show. She's not. She is a good stage person.
Not a star.
She is not a good camera person.
Oh, ouch.
Look at that. Like a flower.
The camera adds 10 pounds, so. And I must have like 15 cameras on me.
What size should you wear?
Like 11.
Okay, you're done.
We're going out Friday night.
I need a phone number.
See that? I told you.
What happened?
680-9171.
316.
316.
Okay.
Well, that must be an important phone number.
That's right.
Man, you got yourself a
I have to
date.
put it on. What?
She didn't want to talk about it. It's just early stages, so. This is the set design for our next show, Strangers on a Train. This is our wondrous. He's scary. Our whole theater crew is led by one of the theater instructors here at Butler. We've come to know him as the boss. The boss is in charge of designing the sets, most of the behind-the-scenes aspects of the shows, that technical stuff. He makes sure that all of the students stay on task, have jobs, and pretty much is in charge of making sure that we finish the set, costumes, and everything else on time. He really is a difficult man to figure out. Most of the time, he's very calm and normal.
Don't move. Can't see if you don't move.
But there are instances where he will just snap and go crazy. And you don't want to be near him when he goes crazy. We've had several kids hospitalized over the last few years. One of them still in a coma. I've actually had a few run-ins with him myself. We've all kind of learned to avoid him as much as possible. The rule of thumb really is that as long as you stay about 10 feet away from him and don't make any sudden movements, he won't get too aggressive. But with him, you never know.
Wait, cut the other end of this one.
Good call.
Well, I got my eyes.
Make me.
Alright, well, I'm going to place my hand here.
Yes.
And then I'm going to pull.
No.
And then I'm not going to put my hand there.
Church.
And then I'm going to pull the trigger.
At the church, I used to get
Okay? And you never want to put your hand here.
Okay.
And then...
Wow.
You see that?
Well, that's kind of trashy. Who made that? I think I
you
said
know.
do it.
I did it, and it looks pretty good. And I'm gonna paint it, and never sit in it, but just thought that the world should sit in this chair. Really cool.
Well, there she is. The most beautiful girl in the whole world. I've just been watching her all day using my usual approach to the ladies. I log what they do, I find out what they like, what they don't like, and I use that to my advantage. I'm telling you, I'm very excited. I'm gonna make this woman love me. Because I'm lovable. And love is all you need.
You guy's a freaking loser. Sitting out there watching the statue, thinks it's his girlfriend or something. What a retard, man. But it's kind of fun watching him, and I don't know. He's a pretty big dork. What a loser.
All right, can you hear that? That's Anna's phone suspended in the air. Right there.
Where's your cell phone? Oh, look!
Here she comes.
Anna, where'd it go?
Get out the words. I get there and you turn it off.
Just keep looking.
What?
Anna, did you
Okay,
hear
can we
it?
at least play hot gold?
She's pretty. So stupid.
Exactly. Has it been there the whole time?
Anna, look!
Ah, only 5 minutes. And that's a wrap, folks.
Do not jump for it, Anna. Well, I would try to catch you, but we'd probably hurt each other.
You can make
So tempting.
it. Just jump.
That's so tempting.
Can we like bring in a trampoline?
Well, it's 3 o'clock. Time for another entry. Hopefully I won't miss anything. Well, the log is done. Let's go back and see how she's doing. Why is she all wet? Still beautiful.
Okay. You're putting that back together. 25, what about you?
That guy there, he's just about worthless. Oh, hey, Shane.
What was that?
I said you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man.
He's a loser.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Doing good, doing good. I just want to go over there and push him off and be like, oh, my bad. Whoops. But, you know.
That is a terrible. In the very middle, behind that house. Come on! The hook's gonna hurt if I let go. Got it! How much is on there?
You just lost $1.
Fine, I earned it.
Dang.
Oh, 2 weeks left. We have Tech Week in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tech Week is very hectic. It's just our last little bit before the show starts. You're very nervous and excited. It's all one emotion. It's kind of like nervositis excitedness. And so now we're going to go on stage and we're going to see what all of our busy bees are doing. Let's go check this out. Look at that. We've got, this is the back entrance to our set. As you can see, these are our escape stairs that a lot of our actors will be coming down off of. This is the side of our set, so now let's take you on to center stage and show you how it all looks. Bruce, we're just trying to talk about the set. We're just going to talk about the set.
We're not done with the set yet. You can't talk about it.
Can't talk about the set yet. So, let's go. I really like the set. I think it's great. I think it's great.
No one comes on my set unless you ask permission. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I apologize.
Anytime you walk on the set, you wear 2 pairs of underwear. You wear 2 pairs of socks.
Yes, sir.
You come in with respect and you bow.
Yes, sir.
You have your undergarments on?
I don't.
Okay, then you don't walk on this set. You don't get it right, you're going to be banished from Butler Theater.
I don't want that.
Make me sick.
So yeah, the set's pretty cool. I really like it, and it's very minimalistic, which is pretty cool. It kind of works for our show. We have a lot of different scenes. It takes place at a lot of different places, so it's pretty.
What are you still doing here? What are you doing here?
I like the set!
Dance.
The great thing about theater is that there's such a great diversity of people. It's really fun to see how people work together. You can have 2 completely different people who have absolutely nothing in common, and they will come to work in the theater, and they'll get along great. You are so dumb! Everyone gets along so well here. It's kind of like a team. Like a big, great team unit.
Let me give you some advice, right? The job in theater starts when you walk in this door, not when you start hooking up ropes to the lights. You understand me? Well, let's go.
All right, back off.
Unit is a great word to use. I would say unit. Let's define the word unit. Unit starts with a U, which means us. The next letter in unit is N, which means nice. Us, nice. So far, we are doing well. I stands for I have a lot of fun when I'm working in theater. And T is Thursday, then Friday, then showtime. I really like theater, and let me tell you something. It's not like you're just working with your friends, because at the end of the day, it's like you're working with a family.
Look out!
I'm Batman.
Ruined my shot.
You're in the shot, Kayla. You ruined it. Like a big, great, unique, very unique team unit family.
Hey! Turn that camera off! Andrew! What?
It's great working side by side with your brother and your sister toward a common goal. Like the Bible.
Alright, now say something wise.
Never rip your pants.
Well, it's been determined. After hours of vigorous watching, I have decided that her favorite activity is sitting. So now I'm going to go out there and impress her with my sitting capabilities. Thus, the chair. Well, I don't know about you, but success. Stay tuned. A fry in the theater! Shirt, very important element in the actor's costume. So now we're going to go on upstairs to try to find out if my suit that I brought will work for the play. Strangers on the Train. Let's go.
I was putting clothes on.
I'm still fully half dressed.
That's you half dressed?
Yeah, I wear like 16
I don't
layers.
care!
Nobody likes you, Andrew.
Whoop-de-doo! She's just mad because I freaking stood her up last Friday. Well, you know what? I'll tell you why I stood her up. I found someone else. Anyway, I'm going to be trying on my costume now, so this is one of the most epic journeys an actor can take. I'm just trying to tie my shoes there. An actor can take when he is beginning the last stages of finishing up in his show. So, if you'll excuse me, this next part, it's not for the weak-hearted.
Well, I get made a test. What you probably want to do is...
Tip.
What I do with that?
Flex.
Hang on, I'll find it.
Yeah.
I hope all of it's in here. I'm going to feel like a big tea bag. Well, we are nearing the final stage of putting on my costume. What you might not know is that this is actually a suit from my house. I had to bring it because the costume people always take forever getting suits for us big fat fatties. They take way too long, and by the time you have to get everything, it's too late. You have to do everything yourself.
Oh, I found some. Never mind.
What do I do with it?
You set it in front of me.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Got it.
Alright, let's go.
$26. Where's 26? 26? Oh, I think it's underneath. Is that it? 26?
Yes.
The last
yes.
two, boom and boom, both go to 26.
It says this one's 26.
What does that go to?
20.
Oops.
Look out below.
Watch out. Not anymore, does it?
Bless you. It's just a big mess up here. Kind of like a soup sandwich, you know, not really well thought out. So we're going through and fixing all of Bernie's mistakes. Yeah, we're fixing all of Bernie's mistakes. So. Yeah, you know, if he do his job right the first time, we wouldn't have to go back through and, you know, it's kind of like babysitting for old people.
Oh, wow. Oh, on camera. This is fabulous.
I don't know if this will work, but this is
No, this is absolutely fabulous. That is absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
Because it's so nondescript. It's so perfect.
I have a vest with it too. That
Okay, well, we'll put the vest on it. But in one scene, maybe you'll just wear the vest and not the coat.
with the vest, it looks really good.
Okay. I like it. I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, and try that blue blazer on, too.
Will do.
I don't think that's going to come back through.
Okay, well, we'll have to get a different extension cord then.
Yes. I feel like I work in a nursing home looking after Bernie. You know, I wipe his chin sometimes and
Just forgetting things all the time.
yeah.
Ooh, look at you. You look like a murderer.
Thank you.
No problem.
I found a mint in my jacket. I have no idea how long it's been there. But guess who's eating it right now?
Why?
For the show.
Alright, I made it.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. Okay, push! Push! Record time. Record time. Hey, we can hide behind this and they can't see us.
I wish the thing came.
You're all dead.
I don't think it's on my face.
That's all that counts.
You must die.
Yeah, well.
Hey! Turn that camera off.
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about
Turn
it?
that camera off.
Can't get anyone down here, can
I
ya?
can't. Turn that camera off.
Yes, everyone, I look great today. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, Andrew, I've been at Butler a long time, but I've never met someone as great as you. Now look, I know you don't like me a whole lot, I realize that, okay? But the thing is, I think we can work through that, you know? The way we build together and practicum, the way we, you know, have a set task to make, and you and I together meet that, and then we can stand back, hand in hand, and look at what we've done. The unity we had together, you and I think that we can work through this, and me and you, maybe even after Butler, we can go somewhere else, and go to the same college, and live together, and I hate that guy.
Hey! Turn that camera off! Turn it off!
Well, the time has come. Have I seen him before? Anyway, time has come to go ask Statue Girl out. So now I'm going to give her this note and hope for the best. she is, my lady. Let's do this.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Oh, hey there. Well, just kind of hanging out today. Not doing anything too special. Just waiting for a phone call from a certain young lady. She hasn't called yet, but I have faith she will. But until then, just waiting.
Andrew's expecting a phone call from his girlfriend right about now. So let's mess with Andrew.
It's her. Hello? Hey, what's up? I'm really glad you called.
Yeah.
So you got my note. Oh, I'm glad.
He totally thinks I'm his girlfriend.
So what are you up to?
I'm just chilling at the beach.
You're here at the beach? That's cool. I bet you're the best looking girl there at the beach.
Yeah. Got my toes in the water and yeah, I wish you were here.
You do? Oh, you're sweet. I was thinking maybe Friday at like noonish time we could maybe get together and do something.
Yeah, that sounds good. Friday at noon.
Okay. Friday at noon at the bench. Okay. I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll see you there. I can't wait.
Okay, see you Friday.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
What a loser.
I got the day! Woo! 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 It's been a long, challenging process, but we are finally finished with all the preparations for the show. The set is finally complete, the costumes have all been made, and after many hours of rehearsal, all of the actors are ready to perform Strangers on a Train. Today is Thursday, and that means opening night. But unfortunately, the show is until 7:30. So that means I've got 9 hours to kill. It's going to be a long day.
Let's see. Put some boogers in his nose. There we go. Kind of dripping down a little. There. That's cool. Oh, hey. So, it's opening night for Strangers on a Train. I'm just trying to help out where I can. Killing time until it's time for the show. Oh, let's give him some green in his cheese. Oh, that's awesome.
Turn that camera off! Andrew!
What are you gonna do? Huh?
It's my show! Turn it off!
One of the downsides of show weeks is that the actors and the tech people who run the shows have to stay around the theater for entire days sometimes, just waiting for the shows later that night.
Hey, Jordan.
Shotgun.
I think Shem took my shoes.
Many of us don't live on campus, or even in town for that matter, so we can't really wait around for the show at our homes. And that means we have to find ways to keep ourselves occupied for the many hours we have to wait around.
We're cleaning out her car, because it's a pigsty!
Oh, I'm sorry. We just played some soccer, and I basically kicked especially Jordan's.
Where are we going to eat, Jordan? Jordan, I'm so hungry!
This is my other lovely cousin, Andrea. This is my awesome cousin.
Jordan!
That's my favorite night.
I'm starving. I want to eat. You're not even going to be able to use this in the show. Don't know why you're filming.
Right next to me is my sister Amy.
Eat!
This is my husband Matt, and today is our 6th anniversary.
Come on! Well, it's a little afternoon right now. Got out of class about 45 minutes ago, and I've been having to wait around for people to go to lunch, and now we're going to go to lunch, and then we have to come back and wait several more hours until the show commences. I hate driving. It's the most unfun thing in the entire world. Gotta clear out all this crap. Stupid people. I hate driving. Stoplight. You have to stop at stoplights. I hate this law.
Just go.
No, you can't just go.
Just go.
You can't just
No,
go.
seriously, just go.
You can't.
There's no cars coming.
There's a giant truck.
Just go now.
I'm
You
not
make
gonna.
it.
Okay,
Look, you
I'm
can make
gonna-
it. Go.
Oh God!
Well, tomorrow is Friday. It's Andrew's big day. He thinks he's going on a date with his girlfriend, but he's kind of retarded. He doesn't realize it was me talking to him on the phone. So I gotta go get things ready for Andrew's big day.
Well, we've arrived here at Spangles. Well, lunch is over. I am quite stuffed. So now we're going to head back to the Butler Fine Arts building and try to find something to occupy our time for the next 6.5 hours. Sourdough. It was good.
Hey, how was Spangles? Did it taste really good? Did you like it?
Back in your cage.
Monkey. What you got there? What is that? What is that?
Lemonade.
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 Killing time till the show. We're gonna go find something fun to do.
Yep, we're gonna go find something fun to do before the show.
It's the plan.
Hey! Turn that camera!
How is it going to get?
Turn that camera off!
Well, we just got a phone call from some of the other Butler Theater students. And now we're going to head to the park to hang out with them for the next 6.5 hours. So join me here on a fly in the theater.
Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find
love, 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 love.
Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing.
Let's see here. That'll work. When Andrew goes on his date tomorrow, he's expecting to see his statue girlfriend waiting for him out there. But he's such an idiot. If I put a silly disguise on the statue, he won't even recognize her. He'll think it's somebody else. It'll be funny. Let's see. This'll work. Now I need a shirt.
So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to comply.
More than anything, I just want to get in the water, but then he said don't get wet. Hey.
Turn it off. Feel the ground. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn that camera off.
No.
Turn it off. I'm gonna go fishing.
Hello. We're sitting here at the park and we're ready to play ball. We are ready to play ball. We're wondering where you guys are at. You'll be right here. About how long? About how long? 5 or 10 minutes? That's a long time. That's a long time. Oh, okay. I'll let him know. Is this Dylan? Yeah, my daddy hung up on me.
Well, Travis, are they coming?
They're gonna be 5-10 minutes.
Well, I guess we'll wait.
Yeah, this will work. Let's get rid of this hanger. Alright, I think I got everything here. Alright, let's go.
Touchdown, Travie! Go long, Travie! Oh, Travie, you didn't catch it!
Well, I really only hang out with him because he's like the biggest loser in theater, and I've taken it upon myself to be his one and only friend. So that's what I'm doing here for the next 6.5 hours.
How's it going?
Well, it's 4:30. We've been here for approximately 3.5 hours. Old Travie's all tuckered out. Well, we still got a few hours to the show, so let's find out what we could do for the next 2.5 hours.
Alright, that should be good enough. Now when Andrew sees that, he'll think he's being stood up. You know? I almost feel sorry for the stupid idiot, but I don't.
Nice. Hey, we'll go feed that to the snake.
No, you won't. Stop! Come back.
Come on, Shan.
He ran away.
They're ringnecks?
Yeah, if you see a look around their neck.
Good call.
A little ring. Alright, well.
Oh, those things hurt when they bite you.
Oh man, they'll take your
What is
finger
that?
right off.
Freak out like it's biting.
Ow! Ow!
Well, I see that you have caught me getting into character before the show. Every night before the show, I take about 2.5 hours, and I watch 1977's classic, The Shining. It just brings the character of Bruno to life for me, and it just helps me reimagine what I need to do out on stage this coming night. We are reaching one of the climaxes of The Shining, so stick around.
I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
It smells really bad. I'm gonna go back to the car. Hey, it's not that bad. That thing holds you right there.
Here's Johnny.
So I definitely did something bad. I bought this noisemaker thing for Travis, the most annoying person in the whole theater scholarship, and he won't stop using it. Look what you've done. I know.
Well, we went to lunch, played some very fun sports at the park, and now we're about an hour and a half away from the show. I'm a little nervous. Tonight's opening night, but then tomorrow, I got my big date with my super duper lady. Let's go get ready.
That's two things in a row. There's got to be something very wrong.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Okay.
It's really loud.
Did you guys hear it? Yeah.
How original.
For like,
How original.
Big red gum.
How original. Turn off that camera.
Well, I'm doing my hair right now.
Hey guys, make sure you check off.
This is the tail end of the 3-hour event that is
Good luck tonight. You're gonna knock him dead. I know you will because you always do. 'Cause that's who you are. You're a good actor.
Hey, Shem, what's that? What is that? Get in there.
My plan's finally coming together. I'm writing Andrew a fake note from his girlfriend, so after he stood up on his date tomorrow, he'll know why. Such a loser.
That's a lot of equipment you're running there.
You think you can handle that?
Well, Bernie's been telling me that I need to not be so nervous. And so I went and I started just not being nervous, but I'm nervous.
To Andrew. I'm Andrew. I'm a big fat dum-dum. Alright, let's go deliver this letter.
This is definitely one of the most exciting times of the entire year. Everyone worked so hard for weeks to get everything ready for the show, and now it is finally time to see it all pay off. Everyone feels lots of mixed emotions the first night of the show. There's a lot of nervousness, a lot of excitement. This is it, the moment of truth. There can't be any mistakes now.
bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass. And so I drew in a face and I laughed. I guess while the saying is the end of any reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the season. It's what we aim to do.
Wait. Peace. I'm not gonna break your camera. There was food in the art gallery today. Food doesn't really happen in art galleries very often. I got this little chocolate candy, one of these Dove milk chocolates, and it said to me, "Kick a bad habit today." I decided that it's fate. God's trying to show me that I can't chase after cameras all my life, so from now on, I won't try and break your camera.
Wow. Go ahead, bud.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Alright, thanks. Alright, see you later. Friend.
Keep that camera on.
What is it?
Life is about making memories. Memories with you.
What are you doing? This is my show. You don't...
Not for long, Andrew. Or should I say, Andrew.
What do you mean by that?
Life is about making memories.
Hello there, have a good show tonight.
What does he mean by that? It's opening night. Join me. Well, it's opening night for Strangers on a Train. We're backstage now, 20 minutes away from the performance. And I'm going to be honest with you. Excitusness is coursing through my veins, as it should in yours. So come along with us on this joyous, wonderful ride that is Strangers on a Train.
Hey, break a leg.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Doesn't matter which one.
What do you mean?
To break your leg.
I'm not gonna.
No,
Wait.
that'd be cool.
We don't really break. It's just something you wish. It's.
No. It's good luck to break your leg. I can get a hammer and just start.
No. It's a gesture. You don't really mean break your leg. That's just.
No. Seriously, break your leg.
Hey, David, funny guy.
No, I'd break both of them.
It's getting very exciting. You can hear the audience bustling a little bit, and we're ready. This is what 6 weeks of hard work has culminated to. Well, everybody, we are less than 30 seconds away from starting the show. Everyone is in their seats. We are ready to go. And I'm just waiting on the cue from Caitlin. We got it. All right, everybody. Let's roll. Strangers on a Train, opening night. Let's do this. Strangers on a Train is about a supposed chance meeting between these two men. One normal man, an architect named Guy Haynes, the other a man named Charles Bruno, and they just meet on this train, and through maybe an hour of conversation, they both realize that they have people in their lives that they don't want around anymore, And Charles Bruno offers up the idea, hey, I'll kill your wife if you kill my father. Guy Haynes obviously doesn't think this is true. He just jokingly agrees. He says, yeah, sure, whatever. Guy Haynes finds out later that his wife is dead. He finds out that Charles Bruno is responsible for this. And the rest of the show is about Guy Haynes being basically tortured by Bruno into killing his father. Bruno is saying, I did this for you. I mean, now that, I've done this, you have to do your part. You have to kill my father. And Guy Haynes says, no, I'm not going to kill your father. But later we find out that Guy Haynes actually does kill Bruno's father. And through that we find out that, Bruno's psychotic and drunk all the time. And, you just find out that there are a lot of problems in these people's lives that, can't be resolved too quickly. Wow! Well, it's after opening night. We are done with the first show.
Underwear.
Contain yourself. I'm in my underwear, and right now we are all getting dressed, getting checked in by Jason, and we're going to go out and greet our public. So join me as I join them, and we join together on a fly in the theater.
What would Batman do?
Probably not try to take over my show.
You had a good show there, Andrew. I'm here to tell you that times are changing. We're trying to speed up the process of the show. So we're going to go with a new revolution. That revolution is here. So no more what would Batman do.
Okay, first off, if you're going to be the...
Thank you, I appreciate that.
He's not going to be, but let's say in a hypothetical world, you punch this guy in the face. You don't let him hang out with you. You don't do that. This is no.
I'm the host with the most, Andrew.
You don't have anything.
Shem appreciates that.
I didn't even know that's his name. That's a stupid name. Why would you name someone that? Bunch of morons. Turn off the camera. Well, it's about 11:30. About half an hour away from my date with my lady. Just getting all dappered up. Hair is flowing perfectly today. Destiny is on my side. Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, Andrew.
What's up, dude?
Big date tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
What is this? Is this like nylon or something?
No, it's just your standard American cotton.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Good luck.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, yes. Sweet hat, man. I'm a few minutes early. That's alright, we'll just hang out and wait a little bit because my lady will be here any moment.
Well, Andrew just showed up for his date. So we'll sit here and see how long the doofus waits. This should be pretty interesting.
Well, it's 12:15. I guess she's just running a little bit late. It's no big deal. It always takes women a little bit longer to get really extra special for their man, but she's on her way. She'll be here.
Keeps checking his phone, but nobody's calling. Silly guy.
I'd cry like a baby if you told me goodbye. I'd feel like a snowball on the 4th of July. If you ever said you were leaving for good, I'd weep like a weeping willow, honest I would. I'd cry like a baby with a busted balloon. I'd let out a wail that would be heard on the moon. Our love was so splendid, don't end it so soon. Don't leave me here sighing, a sobbing.
He's been waiting 6.5 hours for a statue. Does anybody else think this is crazy? That's Andrew for you. Silly guy. Silly, silly Andrew.
Our love was so splendid, don't end it so soon. Don't leave me here sighing, a sobbing and a sighing, crying like a baby for you.
He'll be crying for weeks.
Well, as you all can see, she didn't show up. But you know, it's okay. I'm sure she's got a perfectly good reason. What's this? It's in a girl's handwriting. It's got to be from her. Well, let's see what she has to say for herself. Dear Andrew, I'm going to make this as clear as I can. I hate you. You are seriously the biggest loser I have ever known. Nothing would make me happier than to find out that you had died in a horribly brutal way. As a matter of fact, it would be awesome if someone would douse your car in gasoline and light it on fire while you were asleep in it. But I guess that's just wishful thinking. What? I don't want anything to do with you. Don't talk to me. Don't call me. Don't even look at me. If you walk by my bench again, my boyfriend will beat you up. What? Go kill yourself. Statuvina. So that's her name. I don't get this. This doesn't sound like her at all. Something's not right. Well, everyone, this is the 5th hour of doing my hair, and when I return to you, I will no longer be Andrew Nickel. How you doing?
Here we have Bruno, who plays in the newest show at Butler Theater, Strangers on a Train. At the moment, he is getting into character.
What are you doing? This is my show. You don't. Focus on me. Jordan, don't turn the camera on him anymore. No, turn off the camera. Just turn off the camera.
I'm gonna go find Jason. He's kind of...
Having trouble with that belt, Andrew? Here in a Fly in the Theater, we like to take pride in our work. We get dressed at the appropriate time so that we can get on stage.
Why?
This is Andrew Nickel. He is playing the part of Charlie Bruno.
They know who I am. I hope this is my show.
I thought I played Charles Bruno.
Why are...
Is he taking your job?
No, he's not taking over my job.
He should, because I like him better.
Jason! Hey!
Hey, Andrew! Look at the mask I made.
Oh,
I made it up in the light booth when I was supposed to run the lights, and I watched you on the stage, and then I made this mask, and I think it's really good. Do you like
good.
it?
Let me see the back of it.
Yeah, I like the eyes. The eyes
Hey,
took the longest.
turn around, let me see the back of it.
the eyes are what took the longest, because I... What was that?
It's nothing.
Oh, well, the eyes are what took the longest, because when I...
What are you doing? Nothing.
The eyes are what took...
Well, it's the last night of the show. My last show for Butler. And after tonight's show, we'll have Strike, which is where we take apart the set, prepare for our next production. But you already know that as a veteran watcher of a Fly in the Theater. So hang out tonight, and we'll show you what goes on here during Strangers on a Train.
Good luck tonight, Andrew.
Thanks.
You've got work to do tonight. He wants you to build a bridge.
It's over! It's over! Circles and penguins and hearts and clovers and red balloons! Woo!
Cut that out.
Personal suit.
Mine.
Shoes. Blue jacket. I want to see your pants hung up right.
They're mine. It doesn't matter. Mine, and then they're right here, and they are right.
This is weird.
Look, here's a crease, Andrew, right there. There's a crease. You don't hang it like that.
We're gonna miss you, Andrew.
Sick of me.
You're like the
Where's your robe?
leader, the one who stuck around for a while.
Where's your tie?
They're in my blue jacket pocket.
Brown jacket.
And he took my green sweater.
Brown white shirt.
That's mine, and it's in my thing.
All right. Resignation.
Maybe next time.
Oh, I already got that. Never mind.
Well, show's over, now it's time for Strike. Oh, hey, David.
Oh, hey, good job with the show.
Thanks, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. David's a good friend. All right, show's over. Time to strike the set. As you can see, everyone is striking things. We are happy to be here at strike.
We're getting ready for strike now. The show's over, and so you can see people are just starting to tear apart.
Everyone is tearing apart everything. We're all working very hard. Watch where you're stepping. There is nails and wood.
There's a lot of screw guns going around, so just grab one, and you can get started on this.
There are many different things that need to be going on during strike. One thing, work very hard. Do not quit.
So let's go.
Let's go! Cut to a different scene.
Let's go do some trash. Andrew, come on. Let's go.
I feel some 300 music right here. Oh, this weight is so heavy, but I'm pulling it. I'm so strong.
Are you even pulling?
Yeah, I'm pulling.
Feels like I'm pushing this whole thing by myself.
I'm pulling it. I got a giant rope up here. Look.
Yeah, I see that.
Strike's happening right now. Screws are flying everywhere. Wood is abundant. It's like cutting down a forest.
I'm pushing as hard as I can. Oh, shit. Drunk college students, man. I'm pushing.
I know it's.
I'm pushing. Pull.
Almost there, David.
We're there.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh my God. Oh my God. My heart's
Okay, we made it. Good job.
My heart's gonna explode in my chest. My heart's gonna explode in my chest. It's gonna explode.
I don't think it will.
I think it will. I think it did. Oh God. Oh man.
See, the thing about Andrew, he's kind of a lazy guy. He doesn't really do anything. Like when there's work to be done, where's Andrew? He's not around doing anything. He's kind of lazy, not really.
You work all the time.
Yeah, I'm all the time. I'm always doing something.
Yeah.
You know, Bernie will be like, "Where's David? I need him to do." Oh, he's already doing something.
If you're really good, you can get out of all the work. I was down there and I took out some screws and then I came up here because I don't want to do that. Fuck these guys. Hey, Shannon.
No, Andrew, he's always like, I don't know, always in the bathroom or something, or I don't know, he's always finding some way to get out of work. He does a lot of filming, but I don't ever see it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go film. Then he'll come walking out of the bathroom. I was filming. I'm Andrew. That's what I do. It's kind of a worthless guy. We don't really need guys like that in theater.
They're being focused on the lights. It's setting it up, and they do really good at it, actually. Yeah, see, Jordan, they're really good, and we just stand here. Honestly, you could have do this job, but yeah, we're doing it. I don't know.
What's up, man? That seat's taken. Nah, seriously. Somebody was sent there.
But there's all that.
Yeah, but they were sitting right there. It's probably still warm if you get up. Like, is it still warm right there?
A little bit, yeah.
That seat's taken too.
Where do you want that at?
How's that?
That one's taken too.
I told you.
How about the one right over there?
Yes. This whole row is reserved.
Go down there.
Yes. I think there's some room in the back of the bus.
As you can see, strike is over. We've laid the dance floor for our dance team. And now, we're out of here. See you later.
Well, strike's over. We've laid the dance floor, and that's about all we have to do, so we're out of here.
What are you doing?
Hey, Andrew.
I wasn't even 5 feet away from the camera.
No,
don't.
Hey.
No,
Hey.
I don't want to.
We're friends. We're friends.
No,
and it's on camera.
we were friends until you tried to steal my show.
Now, I thank you for this opportunity. You've given me a lot. I'll deal with it with respect.
What do you?
Thank you.
Hold on. What do you?
Thanks.
What do you? Dude, come on. What? Shem, come back. Come on, man. I won't. Shem, come back. Okay, who was sitting here?
Bernie. Anyway.
In here?
Leslie.
What about all the way down there? Can I sit?
Dan was down there.
I mean, like on the corner, kind of. That's. What about like on
where
the
do you
floor
want this
next to it?
Travis. Sorry. He's not moving. Can you call security?
Ready? Yep. Magic, magic. Magic, magic. Sheer magic. It's always crazy. Magical magic. Magical magic magicians. Many magicians. I love sheer magic. It's magical to me that I can be transported to another time and another place. Magic moves me to great laughter and to great tears. Magic. Sheer magic. It's always crazy. The reason that I've experienced that is magical magicians. Aristotle, Plato, and Horace. Aristotle, Plato, Horace. Aristotle, Plato, Horace. Aristotle said, good magic should entertain. And of course Plato said, oh no, magic should teach. Horace was the smart one, I think, because he said, great magic should both entertain and teach. And at the college level, that's what you get. As a teacher, as a student, you come to this institution and you experience magic. And that's what I like about the magic on the university level or the college level, is that I am the luckiest person in the world because I get to be a part of a profession that not only teaches, but entertains. And yet it never loses that one wonderful thing. It's magic. Magic. Sheer magic. It's always crazy. magic. I'm amazed every time I sit in a darkened theater and I look up on stage and I can actually feel the warmth and the heat of a South Sea Island sun. Some really gifted magicians provided that sun for me. Or when I sit in a darkened theater and I'm transported to a different time in a different place. Magical magic, sheer magic. It's always crazy. I love it because magic has a sense of community. It's collaborative. The work of many magicians helped me transport myself to a different place and different time. A lot of magicians. People working together, make it happen together. Many magicians together. Experience the magic. Thanks.